Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're doing more than just listing tips. We're really guiding you through a proven roadmap.
Yeah, way to transform your whole weekly food situation.
Exactly. From, chaotic to totally controlled. We're taking a deep dive into frugal meal prep specifically for busy professionals.
Right.
Our mission, well, it's to uncover smart, simple, and genuinely budget-friendly ways for you to eat well, save money, and get back some precious time.
All without the stress. That's key.
Totally. And we've got this fantastic guide to unpack today, just packed with actionable insights that, honestly, they really make a difference.
That's a good one.
So let's kick things off with the big question. Why even bother with meal prep? Our source makes it super clear. This isn't just some, passing trend.
No, it's strategic. It's a time-saving approach, really.
And it has these ripple effects, right? Like, obviously, reducing food waste, cutting down on that impulse spending.
Yeah.
We've all been there with the takeout apps.
Oh, definitely. And it naturally nudges you towards healthier eating, too.
It does.
And our source, it zeroes right in on how this hits home for busy professionals. It actually highlights that the average professional spends, get this, over 60 pounds. So maybe $75 a week just on takeout.
Wow.
60 pounds.
Think about that. So meal prepping, it's not a small change. It could cut that number in half, maybe even more.
Huge difference.
But what's really fascinating here, if we connect this to the bigger picture, it's not just about the money saved.
Okay.
It's about reducing that daily decision fatigue. Freeing up mental energy that you'd normally spend figuring out what's for dinner or what's for lunch.
Right, that mental load.
Exactly. And that can actually lead to better focus at work, better problem solving. It's not just about less stress, it's about improved performance too.
That's a really powerful point. It all seems to come back to control, doesn't it?
Mm.
Like, prepping in bulk means you decide the portions, you know exactly what ingredients are in your food, and you manage your budget precisely.
You're in the driver's seat. But okay, for someone who's genuinely slammed, does the guide talk about that initial time investment? Is there a tipping point where it feels, I don't know, more like a chore than a saving?
That's a really important question. And yeah, the guide is crystal clear on this. Yes, there is an upfront time commitment. You can't pretend there isn't.
Okay.
But it breaks down how that time pays you back quickly. You're basically shifting from lots of little daily decisions and frantic cooking.
Yeah, the 5 o'clock panic.
Right, to one single focused planning and prep session each week. And the key to making that manageable, the guide really stresses this, is starting with a solid plan.
Right. So, okay, you're sold on the idea, but before you even wash a carrot, the guide says the real success starts with that strategic blueprint.
The plan is everything.
It leaves out this great weekly meal prep planning checklist. First step, set a clear goal. Is it lunch for 5 days, just dinners, maybe both?
Got to know what you're aiming for.
Then, and this seems crucial, choose just 2 or 3 simple recipes, not 10.
Keep it manageable.
After that, check your pantry, your fridge, see what you already have. Avoid buying duplicates.
Smart. Use what you've got.
Then make your shopping list based only on what you need for those recipes minus what you have. And finally, pick your prep day. Sunday's popular, but maybe midweek works better for you.
And that connects directly to why keeping the menu simple is so effective. The guide really doubles down on using versatile ingredients.
It's like the basics?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Rice, beans, chicken, pasta, frozen veggies. Things you can use in lots of different ways. They're like culinary chameleons.
Ah, like that.
And here's a strategic tip that often gets missed. Aim for overlapping ingredients.
Okay, how does that work?
Well, if one recipe needs peppers and another needs onions, buying a bigger bag of each simplifies shopping, cuts waste, and saves money because you use that one item across multiple meals.
Ah, okay, so you're being efficient right from the grocery store.
Precisely. Building efficiency from the ground up.
All right, so you've got your plan, you know your versatile ingredients. Next up, smart shopping. And this is where it gets really interesting for the budget, isn't it?
Absolutely. This is the bedrock of frugal meal prep.
Smart shopping stretches that budget like crazy. Our source shares some brilliant grocery hacks. Things like buying in bulk rice, oats, lentils, the staples.
Definitely cheaper in the long run.
Shopping the sales, obviously, and
Yeah.
checking clearance bins. I've found some amazing deals there sometimes.
You really can. Don't overlook them.
Using frozen fruits and veggies is smart too. They're often cheaper, last longer, and just as nutritious, right?
Totally. And often picked at peak ripeness. Plus, choosing store brands over the big names. That adds up.
It really does. And finally, using cashback or loyalty apps. Get those points.
Every little helps. And the guide, it backs this up with a real example.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it tells the story of someone spending just 30 pounds, about a $35 for 5 full days of meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
30 pounds for 5 days. That's incredible.
Isn't it? Especially when you remember that 60 pounds plus a week takeout figure we mentioned. Suddenly 30 pounds for everything looks revolutionary.
It really puts it in perspective.
These little choices you make in the supermarket, they compound. They really do. It becomes a habit that pays actual, tangible dividends week after week.
Okay, plan, check. Smart shopping, dot check. Now, the fun part, actually hitting the kitchen,
Let's cook.
our guide keeps it simple here too.
Yeah.
Efficiency is key. It shows how you can make several budget-friendly recipes in like under 2 hours total.
Which is totally doable for most people.
Yeah. For instance, it gives an example of a chickpea and veggie stir fry. 5 servings. Uses canned chickpeas, a frozen stir fry mix, basic sauce ingredients like soy, garlic, ginger, served over rice. Simple.
Easy peasy.
Then maybe a chicken pasta bake, 4 or 5 servings from that. Whole wheat pasta, maybe some shredded rotisserie chicken, which is a great shortcut.
Whoa, rotisserie chicken is a meal prep hero?
Totally. Tomato sauce, grated cheese. Done. And for breakfast, overnight oats, 5 servings again. Rolled oats, almond milk, maybe banana or frozen berries, chia seeds, cinnamon. Super easy.
And this is where those practical tips really shine through.
Yeah.
They make the cooking part less of a chore and more like a power session.
Right.
The guide loves one-pot meals.
Yeah.
Saves cooking time, sure, but also dramatically cuts down on washing up later. That's huge.
Definitely a win.
And those overnight oats, they're called a grab-and-go breakfast lifesaver. Makes morning so much less frantic.
I can see that.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture again, it's not just cooking for this week. It's about building a sustainable system.
How so?
Well, the guide pushes making double batches. Cook once, eat twice. Freeze half for a future week when you really don't have time.
Ah, okay. Paying it forward to your future self.
Exactly. That foresight is what makes it sustainable.
Speaking of foresight,
Yeah.
storage. Equally important, right? You've cooked all this great food. How do you keep it fresh and easy to use?
Critical step. Don't mess up the landing.
The guide emphasizes using reusable containers, obviously, and labeling everything with the date. That's not just about safety, is it?
No, it's about avoiding that fridge black hole where things go to die. You need to know what's what and when you made it. Prevents waste.
Makes sense. And storing in individual portions, that seems key for the grab-and-go aspect.
Absolutely. Makes lunchtime effortless. And the guy gets pretty specific here. It suggests glass containers, especially if you're reheating in the microwave.
Right. Avoids plastic issues.
Mason jars are great for salads, keeps them crisp, and for those overnight oats, too. And for freezing extras, silicone bags are brilliant. Space-saving and reusable.
Good tip.
And always, always label. Masking tape and a marker. Simple. It sounds minor, but honestly, this little step makes your future self's life so much easier. Lunch is ready in minutes, no thought required.
Okay, so we've planned, shopped, cooked, stored. What about optimizing the process itself, making that prep time even faster?
Yeah, squeezing more efficiency out of it.
Our guide has some neat tricks, like chopping all your veggies at once, even for different recipes. Apparently, this cuts down cleanup time by nearly 30%. Just one board, one knife session.
Batching tasks. Makes sense.
Using sheet pans for bulk baking. Roasting veggies or chicken all together on 1 or 2 trays.
Love a sheet pan meal. Less washing up again.
Setting a timer. Make it a game. Challenge yourself.
Gamification.
Cooking grains like rice or quinoa in a rice cooker or Instant Pot. Frees up the stovetop.
Definitely a time saver. Set and forget.
And to make planning easier week after week, the guide suggests trying theme days, like Pasta Monday, Stir Fry Tuesday.
Take some of the decision-making out of the planning stage, right? Gives you a framework, but still flexible.
Exactly.
And what the guide points out, which I think is really insightful, is how these little tricks can change your mindset about prep.
How so?
It suggests, like, turning on music or listening to your favorite deep dive. Like this one, maybe.
Shameless plug.
Well, it transforms it. It becomes less of a chore and more of a new Sunday ritual. Something you might actually look forward to.
Making it enjoyable.
Yeah, and that enjoyment factor is what promotes consistency. If you dread it, you won't stick with it. Making it a pleasant routine is key.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, even with the best plan, things can go wrong. Pitfalls. What does the source warn us about?
Oh yeah, common mistakes. Number 1, prepping meals you don't actually like.
Seems obvious, but probably happens a lot.
You think you should eat it, but then you don't. Defeats the whole point. Another one, making too many different recipes at once, leads to overwhelm.
Stick to the 2 or 3 simple ones.
Exactly. Skipping labels, big mistake. You'll forget what's what. Things get wasted.
Guilty as charged sometimes.
Not using your freezer enough. It's your best friend for future you.
Yeah.
And finally, related to the first point, buying ingredients that just sit there and go bad. Wasted food, wasted money.
Defeats the frugal part completely. Okay, I imagine some listeners might be thinking, but won't I get bored eating the same kind of thing all week? Does the source talk about, like, flavor fatigue?
That's a super common concern, totally valid. And yes, the guide touches on this by reinforcing that message.
Right,
Start small, don't overcommit.
right.
That's partly why it suggests just 2 or 3 recipes. It encourages rotating those recipes each week. Or even just swapping out one key ingredient or sauce to change the flavor profile without changing the whole structure.
Keep it interesting.
Exactly. The whole point is to make your life easier, not harder.
Yeah.
If your prep routine is causing stress or boredom, that's your cue to simplify it even more. It needs to genuinely reduce your mental load, not add to it.
Good point. Keep it aligned with the goal. Less stress, more ease.
Precisely.
So there you have it. That's pretty much the comprehensive guide to frugal meal prep for busy professionals. As we've discussed, it seems like with just maybe a few hours invested each week,
Yeah, just a couple of hours.
you can seriously improve how you eat, spend way less money, and just make your weekdays feel so much smoother. No more mealtime panic.
It's achievable. Really transformative.
Sounds like it.
So maybe a final thought for you to mull over this week.
Okay.
How might mastering this specific skill, frugal meal prep, translate beyond just food? Think about the ripple effect of that kind of planning, that efficiency, that intentionality. How could that apply to other busy areas of your life?
Interesting. Taking that principle of planning and control into other domains.
Yeah, the mental space it frees up, the strategic consistency.
Yeah.
It could have broader benefits, don't you think?
That is a profound thought to leave everyone with. We really hope this deep dive has given you some solid insights and maybe the nudge you needed to give it a try.
Hope so.
Go forth, eat smart, save big, and really own your week.